Distribution of Acresol grants.
The Acresol project has had a tremendous impact on the territory.
3. Solicits enhanced standard of education in the territory.
As a quality assurance commerce, this news could go and check whether it exists or not.
Plus, Santa Claus arrives NTA Channel 5 Abuja ahead of Saturday's children's Christmas party.
This is just the beginning. Saturday is the D-Day.
A very good evening. Thank you for joining us on the News at 7 on NTA Channel 5 Abuja, the Unity station. I am Abdullah Hajia with the news. First, let's begin from the FCT administration, where the Federal Capital Territory Administration, in partnership with the World Bank, has made commitment to improve the livelihood of FCT residents, especially those in rural communities who are engaged in farming activities. The Minister of State FCT, Dr. Maria Mahmoud, to see to the implementation of this project, has disbursed $25,000 to 10 communities captured in this project. Aisha Ubali reports.
This is a pilot stage of the World Bank project Acresol, where 10 communities qualify for this stage under the Community Revolving Fund program through their respective community committees. It was also an opportunity to flag off the distribution of agricultural equipment such as water pumping machines, motorcycles to FCT Forest Guard, water tanker, and a multi-purpose truck to support reforestation efforts of the FCT administration. Mandate Secretary Revolving Fund is a pivotal element under the Acresol project aimed at enhancing agricultural resilience and promoting sustainable practices among targeted groups.
Is the World Bank team, the Federal Project Management Unit, whose guidance have been instrumental in assisting our project implementation unit to make the group's disbursement ready.
FCT Minister of State Dr. Maria Mahmoud also reveals that the World Bank Community Revolving Fund has zero interest
in Kwali area in July.
It is obvious, according to speakers, that the Secretariat will remain committed to ensuring that the funds are utilized effectively and prudently for their intended purposes. In Abuja, Aisha Ubali, NTA News.
Still with the FCT administration, in a bid to enhance the standard and quality of the education system, the Federal Capital Territory Administration has approved the accreditation of 125 schools across the 6 area councils. In view of this, the Mandate Secretary for Education, Alami Hayo, urges proprietors to preserve the standards of education in the FCT. Aisha Ubali again brings us details.
The accreditation of new sets of schools is an indication that the era of unaccredited schools is gone for good in the FCT. Out of the 125 schools that were accredited, 105 were granted full accreditation, while 20 were accredited on probation until they meet up with all requirements as demanded by the Secretariat. The Secretary for Education charges school proprietors to support the government's efforts at fighting those who antagonize the progress of FCT education, disclosing that the administration will not relent in ensuring that the quality education is fully attained.
With you can even inform us it's high. Yes, in so area, there's a new school that's supposed to not to be exist. Please go and check. We help you. And when you assist us, okay, Mr. Quality Assurance Commerce, this news could go and check whether it's supposed to be exist or not.
Both public and private schools were presented with certificates of accreditation after fulfilling necessary requirements.
Any new school is registered and sensitized schools to continue to register with the Department of Quality Assurance so that we can always be proud and ascertain the standard of our graduates from the FCT schools.
I really do commend the Secretary of Education today for the encouragement that he has given to us private school owners to see the reason to cooperate more with the government.
Speaking on behalf of other accredited schools, Vice Principal Academics, Loyola Jesuit College, Gloria Oko, promises to comply with government directives in order to achieve the set objectives. Onoze Yakubu, NTA News.
That was actually Onuzia Kubo's report and not Aisha. Now, moving forward, towards enhancing the existing working relationship with the sister agency for more effective policing in the nation's capital, the Federal Road Safety Corps has received FCT Commissioner of Police, Tunji Disu, on a courtesy visit to the FRSC command in Abuja. Correspondent Odirugburu Arutere reports that the visitation is to explore areas of collaboration between the two agencies.
The Commissioner of Police (FCT) Tunji Disu was welcomed by the guard of the parade on arrival. CP Disu, who was accompanied by his management team, intimated the FRSC Sector Commander Shori Mota of his zeal and passion towards working with FRSC towards combating crimes and criminality through the sharing of intelligence gathering. He expressed commitment as he stretches his hands of more robust partnership with the Federal Road Safety Corps, especially in the areas of training and social get-togethers.
We have been sharing intelligence between ourselves. The commander has been calling me and giving me ideas. I've been sharing good intelligence with me, and I've been doing the same thing. So I want to beg that we continue to do the same thing. Because most of the crimes committed must land on the road. Yeah. That means after committing the crimes, or before committing the crimes, or while planning for the crimes, they move from one place of the city, one place of the country to another.
Commending the FCT Commissioner of Police for initiating the laudable move, the FRSC FCT Sector Commander Shori Mota expressed readiness to do more with the police as one common entity.
We have special operations like this. The letter we've just written to the DPO now. We don't need to bother about that. We want to have a mobile court because it's part of requirements for the embassies, which we've already started. We've been having very good cooperation with the DPO. If you didn't give such permission, there wouldn't be that kind of cooperation.
The Nigerian Police Force and the Federal Road Safety Corps are thereby calling on Nigerians to shun all form of criminal activities, urging all to always say something when they see something, even as they speak up about dangerous driving this Yuletide. In Abuja, Odiri Ogboru Arutere, NTA News.
Instructional communication has been identified as key to effective learning as it allows support and differentiation to cater for the vast needs of learners. A professor of instructional technology, Andrew Nkam, affirmed this during the 48th inaugural lecture at the National State University, Kefi. Blessed and Fulani reports.
For education to be indices of nation's development effective, instructional communication is vital in learning processes and understanding between students and teachers. This bettered the 48th inaugural lecture series of Nasarawa State University, Kefi, titled The Fourth Type of Communication, Breaking the Deteriorating Cycle in Nigerian Education. Affirming his chair as a professor of instructional technology, the inaugural lecturer Andrew Nkam opined that this method of communication is key in addressing the decay in Nigerian educational system.
Teaching is communication, so we have to know how the communication takes place in the classroom. If we know how it takes place, then we'll know how to do it properly. Because this one that we developed it using mass communication models from which we extracted some of the materials that we used.
Vice-Chancellor, Nasarawa State University, Kefi, Professor Saadatu Hassan Liman, in a message, as well as other guests, described the lecture as apt.
The topic is very apt, and then you will agree with me, for those of us that listen to the inaugural lecturer, that at least he has been able to come up with some models on how to address the already decaying educational system that we're experiencing in the country.
Well, the lecture itself is vintage Andrew, first class, a very well-structured presentation, well-researched and properly delivered.
Today, he has presented all that he feels should be done in educational technology. So I'm very grateful and thankful to God that I have lived to see this day.
If this methodology is fully deployed and embraced by policymakers, there is possibility of positive educational output in Nigeria. Blessing and Fulani, NTA News.
Committed to showcasing talents and enhancing talents of persons with disabilities through creating an inclusive market opportunities remains the goal of the Porters Gallery initiative. Cecilia Julius brings us details.
Focused and committed to the cause of persons with disabilities in view of showcasing their talents in the creative industry remains the focus of the Porters Gallery initiative. Hosting the Abuja International Art Ability Festival and Award, the Porters Gallery initiative and partners pledge their continued efforts in promoting inclusivity among persons with disability.
The Abuja Arts Ability Festival is an annual event, an annual art showcase we put together as part of activities to mark the International Disability Day. And it is also a platform where we look deeply into issues affecting persons with disabilities, especially in the art and creative industry where we are a major player.
Empowerment should not be a barrier to skills acquisition and then self-reliance. For example, we are presently undertaking creation of 93,731 jobs, and the NDE management under the able leadership of His Excellency, the DG, has given 3,000 slots to people with disability.
INEC is very, very intentional in training its staff on how to assist PWDs on election day, and it's even gone for that to go on to do what we call distribution of data.
And we ensure that we break those barriers and ensure they have access to every other opportunities that every other individual to have access to.
The theme for the event, Accelerate Disability Inclusion, calls for more organizations to create an enabling environment for them in society, as exhibitions of beautiful artworks by persons with disability reveal their prowess in the creative industry, while presentations of awards were given to persons deserving. In Abuja, Cecilia Julius, NTA News.
You're watching the 7 p.m. news on NTA Channel 5 Abuja. We'll go on a short break, after which there'll be more stories. Do stay with us.
Christmas is here again, and it's time for the ultimate family party at the NTA Channel 5 Abuja Children's Christmas Party. Join us on Saturday, December 21st, 2024 at the Unity Station NTA Channel 5 Abuja behind the Area 10 Old Parade Ground, Garki, Abuja. Mummies, daddies, uncles and aunties, let's all come together and have a memorable time, as there's something for everyone, such as family games, a magical bouncing castle, sack and egg races and beautiful face paintings, and a special beauty pageant. The winner of the pageant will be crowned as Miss NTA Abuja 2024. Also remember, Father Christmas will be part of the party with loads of goodies for the children. But that's not all, as all your favorite cartoon characters will be there to have fun with you and enjoy a day filled with laughter, joy, and the true spirit of Christmas. So mark your calendar and bring your loved ones and make this Christmas unforgettable. Admittance fee per child is 1,000 naira only. NTA Channel 5 Christmas Party. Let's celebrate together at the Unity Station. Merry Christmas!
Because of Christmas Day.
Glad to know you're still there. Moving on. The less privileged women and children in some communities of the FCT have benefited from a Christmas giveaway organized by the Thelema Lion Foundation in Abuja. Aisha Bashir reports that the gesture is in the spirit of the season.
The Thelma Lion Foundation is a philanthropic organization founded to put smiles on faces of the less privileged, irrespective of ethnic and religious leaning. This event, according to the founder Ijoma Agu, at this Yuletide season targets the vulnerable who also deserve to be happy. It is the Christmas season of celebration and exchange of gifts.
I'm so happy to have this. This will go a long way. I just want to bless the name of God for this person that did this. May your pocket will never run dry and God will continue to increase you.
I'm very, very happy for this palliative, and I'm very happy for the provider of this palliative to me.
The Lion Foundation is a very hard-working organization which has all the necessary structures, continually trying to see how they empower women.
Me understanding that everything you think you have or you are is a seed, and that seed you need to sow it into someone's life. So that's whatever I think I have, I believe that is a seed I need to sow into someone's life.
This annual program, which empowers the less privileged and the vulnerable households, bring the good time of Christmas to many so as to enable them celebrate like every other person. Aisha Bashir, NTA News.
As part of an effort to give out to society, former Director of Commodity and Export Department, Federal Ministry of Trade and Investment, Kaura Irimia, has distributed rice and clothing materials to cushion the effects of the current economic times. This is coming during his Thanksgiving service at the Assemblies of God Church, Karu, Abuja.
Years of active service. Having retired as Director of Commodity and Export in the Federal Ministry of Trade and Investment, Mr. Kaura Irimia expressed his appreciation to those who work with him for their support and cooperation while distributing rice and clothing materials to widows. Kaura Irimia believed that the gesture will go a long way in cushioning their sufferings.
I know God saved me from so many dangers of the civil service. I happen to serve in a place where I travel a lot. But in all these travelings, I only hear about accidents somewhere. It never happened to me. And I thank God for that. And of course, I had a challenge. I was in Senegal, in Africa. I was in Senegal. And I had a challenge to the extent that I was brought back to this country on a wheelchair. But by His grace, by the grace of God, I am standing as a whole human being. And that's why I'm so excited.
Some of the beneficiaries expressed their happiness and thanked him for the gesture.
A man that one need to emulate in all areas of life. When you talk about faithfulness, he served God with all his heart.
He's somebody that the story of my life cannot be complete without a mention of him. He's somebody who loves humanity in general, a detribalized person, very generous, and he has to see people in need going without help.
He has really taught me a lot. He has taught me how to show love, how to care. He's a mentor, he's a hero.
The celebrants also promised to continue to assist less privileged in the society.
Still talking humanitarian gesture, they did for concerted efforts towards helping the physically challenged, especially the amputees, was the focal point of the general meeting of Help the Amputee Foundation, a non-governmental organization. Blessing and Fulani reports that the foundation also appointed Esu of Karu, His Royal Highness Luka Panyababa, as Grand Patron.
The import of the meeting improving the livelihood of the physically challenged in the society through donation of food as well as provision of artificial limbs for them. The foundation also appointed Esu of Karu, His Royal Highness Luka Panyababa, as Grand Patron, considering his experience in the medical field.
Because of the insurgency attacks, so we're helping those people that lost their limb. This year we're able to reach Mubi in Adamawa States. We assist those people. We give them some palliative and cash. Then we went to, from there, we find ourselves at Dama.
That we can do to make their lives much more easier.
Earlier this year, the foundation has empowered amputees with cash and food in Karamajiji FCT in order to relieve them of the economic situation in the country. Blessing Amfulani, NTA News.
Ahead of Saturday's NTA Channel 5 Children's End of the Year Party, Santa Claus arrived this station, creating the fantasy in the spirit of the season. Deborah Gazaji-Maika tells us more of the arrival amidst fun and celebration.
Santa Claus, who allegedly came from South Pole, took a long drive to the Unity Station NTA Channel 5 Abuja as residents waved to welcome him. On arrival, Santa Claus was received by the Mandate Secretary FCT Women Affairs, Adedayo Benjamin Laniyi, and the General Manager NTA Abuja Paul Ate, who gave him a warm reception.
Mandate Secretary for Women Affairs, we're supporting, we're collaborating, we're making sure that we also invest in this for the children of the Federal Capital Territory. NTA Channel 5 is Unity Station, FCT is Unity. It's all about the capital city that brings together the intersection of Nigerians from everywhere, at home and abroad, and visitors over the festive period into the Federal Capital Territory.
This is just the beginning. Saturday is the D-Day. Come 12 noon till morning call.
The chairman organizing committee, Hawa Gimba, says this is part of activities lined up for the 2024 Children's Party.
The coming in of Santa Claus to FCT and NTA is a new beginning for the party, for the children, the vulnerable, the orphans in the FCT. It's going to be a memorable one for them. So everybody should please come December 21st to celebrate with NTA Channel 5.
She called on residents of FCT to avail their children the opportunity of being part of the celebration on Saturday, 21st December 2024 in Abuja. Deborah Gazaji-Maika, NTA News.
Indeed, gifts await the children on the party day. All right, moving on. Parents have been urged to enroll their wells in schools with the capacity to inculcate both religious and academic knowledge. Speakers during the 6th Marhum International College Quranic Recitation graduation ceremony gave the advice. And we say Preve tells us more.
Marhum International College, established 9 years ago, has been impacting positively to the society by teaching standard academic and Islamic education to pupils and students with the aim of improving the standard of education in the country.
They have also the knowledge and the skills on how to impact others, to tell others anything about Quran and what Prophet Muhammad ﷺ says in his noble hadith and other teachings.
I never had to know that I'll be graduating today towards this walima, and I thank Allah towards everything.
I am so happy that I've been able to complete my Quran. I appreciate both the school and my parents.
It took me a long time actually, right from SS1, but I was able to overcome the problems along the way, and now, alhamdulillah.
Parents and guests at the 6th Quranic Recitation graduation ceremony gave testimony of how the school has impacted on the lives of their children.
There is this testimony to the type of training that the children have been exposed to in this school.
To Almighty Allah, by God's will, I know she will excel to the next level.
High point was presentation of certificates to graduates. With children well grounded in religious activities, the moral decay in the society will be reduced to the barest minimum. Nguse PV, NTA News.
Let's go to the world of sports now. The Nigeria Women Football League new season will kick off in January 2025 with defending champions Edo Queens taking on Abia Angels in the league opener on January 15. The 16 teams have been grouped into A and B groups. Ibom Angels and Honey Badgers are the new entrants into the league. The new season opens up another challenge for the Nigerian professional women footballers who will be eyeing the ultimate of finishing tabs. Still on football, Nigeria's under-17 women team, the Flamingos, will this evening lock horns with Benin Republic for a place in the final of the maiden edition of the Wafu B Under-17 Cup. Meanwhile, coach of Ghana Under-17 women's team, Joe Nana Adakwa, has confirmed his team's readiness to win the Wafu B Under-17 competition taking place in Ghana. Talking rugby, day one of the Rugby Africa Cup repechage A saw Black Stallions of Nigeria and Ghana suffer defeats in their opening matches. Nigeria, who struggled in their first match, lost 10-34 to Tunisia's experienced team, while Ghana fell 22-31 to Zambia. Nigeria and Ghana will face off in their next match. With Sports Brief, Abdullah Hajia, NTA News. And that's it on the news at 7. Thank you for watching. I am Abdullah Hajia. Good night.